Right, turn off the lights, we're gonna lose our minds tonight. What's the deal, yo? I love when it's all too much. 5 a.m., turn the radio up. Where's the rock and roll? Party crasher, penny snatcher. Call me up if you want gangsta. Don't be fancy, just get dancy. Why so serious? So raise your glass if you are wrong in all the right ways. All my underdogs, we will never be anything but loud and nitty gritty, dirty little freaks. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. Slam, oh hot. What part of party don't you understand? We should just freak out. Freak out already. Can't stop coming in hot. I should be locked up right on the spot. It's so on right now. So on right now. Party crasher, penny snatcher. Call me up if you want gangsta. Don't be fancy, just get dancy. Why so serious? So raise your glass if you are wrong in all the right ways. All my underdogs, we will never be anything but loud and nitty gritty, dirty little freaks. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. Oh, my glass is empty. That sucks. So if you're too school for cool, and you treat it like a fool, you can choose to let it go. We can always party on our own. So raise your glass if you are wrong in all the right ways. All my underdogs, we will never be anything but loud and nitty gritty, dirty little freaks. So raise your glass if you are wrong in all the right ways. All my underdogs, we will never be anything but loud and nitty gritty, dirty little freaks. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass. Won't you come on and raise your glass? Just come on and raise your glass for me.
Good morning, Sonder family. It's a fabulous Friday, and I want to welcome you to our replenishment prompts and create your own bingo. And I know it's kind of late in the month for that August bingo, and I'll encourage you, if you've already done a bingo in August, go grab your September journal and let's set up a bingo in there so that we can have a fun month of playing a game that's going to energize us and help us find our balance and replenishment. I'm Jennifer Ogilvy, and I am coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area this morning. I'll be your facilitator during our time together. And this morning, you have Team Jennifer on the call, and Jennifer Krippner is going to come on and tell us good morning. And I want her to tell us about her beautiful background.
Good morning, everyone. I'm coming to you from northern Minnesota, and I'm feeling so replenished this week. I've had the joy of being at my cabin all week. We'll be here till September 8th, working and just enjoying the time up north.
Thanks, Jen. She dialed on this morning. I was like, oh, your background is to die for. I wanted her to share it with you guys. If you haven't already, go quickly and grab a glass of water. We're going to be using that this morning as part of our replenishment activity. So let's get diving in. Again, I mentioned replenish. That's been our theme this month. And I know several people have said they like the theme, but they're also struggling a little bit because it's like we know what to do to replenish. It's carving out the time to make sure that that happens. Oh, Kelly says that the sound is out again. Kelly, double check. You might want to log out and try logging back in. Sometimes that will fix that issue, and I hope that that will work for you. I'm not sure what goes on in the Zoom interworld there, but sometimes we have a little issue with sound, and I hope that you're able to resolve that. So let's take a look at our agenda this morning. We're going to start with a replenishment activity, and then we'll work on those replenishment prompts from page 15. If you're here to really dive into the bingo, you might want to color or maybe start setting up your September journal if those prompts have already been completed. And then we're going to create our own bingo, and I have lots of wonderful ideas to share with you, many from you, from our Sonder family. And then we'll close, and I will also have my song list to share with you at the end. So I asked you to grab a glass of water, and I have my glass of water here. You know, water is truly the symbol of life and divine generosity. It is purifying, it is refreshing, it is replenishing. And as you know, many cultures and religions use water as part of a sacred practice because of those things that I just mentioned. We tend to just, have our day to day, and generally we drink water. We don't draw awareness to the significance of how important it is. It is life giving. We may drink it fast, get those water, get that water in, check off our little water drops maybe, but we're not drinking it mindfully. And so this morning we are going to have moment of mindfulness for water, kind of creating and thinking about yeah, exactly, saying affirmations as we drink. We're going to think about ways that we can create water rituals in our life to really slow down and think about just what it means when we do drink water, what you're doing for your body, how good it is for you, how helpful it is. So, one of the simplest ways to start your day and to end your day is by drinking a glass of water. It can be as simple as just sipping it mindfully, thinking about getting your body working with the idea of cleanliness, health, and calm. And then when you go to bed at the end of the day, it's a way to have a reminder of just kind of flushing out all the activities of the day so that your body and mind can settle down, you can be replenished, and that leads to a restful night's sleep. So, physically, a glass of water, flushes out impurities in your body, and it saturates your muscles and your organs and your brain. I know when I don't get enough water, I start feeling foggy. That the first thing I need to check when I feel like maybe a headache coming on, or I feel a little, not so great, a glass of water usually will just pick me right up. And so we're going to take moments this morning to be mindful about that water. So I'm going to play a little bit of water sound. And as you drink your water, sip it slowly. Don't just pour it in your mouth. Take a moment to look at your glass. Take some deep breaths. Think about the source of where your water came from. Think about the lakes that are in your area that feed the cities and towns that we live in. Breathe in and appreciate the clarity of the water. Breathe out and let the tension go from your body. So let's put on some soft music and you can start sipping your water. Take your time and think of this water as a doorway into your day. Smile into it as you sip and feel that smile opening up your heart. Do not drink it all at once, but give yourself permission to stop and breathe between the sips. Remember the mindfulness that is within you as you start your day. Think of the glass of water as a mirror for your own intentions as you allow them to fill your body as you drink. Remember to breathe deeply between your sips, giving gratitude for the life-giving water. Drinking a glass of water mindfully creates a boundary through a simple ceremony that helps you separate your day from your night, your work from your dreams. It will also help to ensure that you drink enough water during the day. And in time, it will help you turn every glass of water, whether drunk at your desk or at a restaurant, into a reminder to slow down and appreciate the moment for what it is. I hope that you guys all feel a little replenished and you're ready to dive in this morning. So we're going to begin with page 14, which were the replenishment prompts. And we're going to just take these in chunks so that you can work through it. That first box is, who is one of your favorite people that brings positive energy into your life? And some things to think about. What about them brings that positive energy? And you might want to write about that. It could be somebody like the greeter that you always see at your local store, or a crossing guard that gives you a hello wave every morning and always looks cheerful. Maybe it's someone from your past, a teacher or a family member. And it can even be a fictional character from a book or a movie or a show, one of those people that you just fell in love with, and you think about how they handled life, and they just, that brings you replenishment. You could even frame this around a group of people, thinking about an organization you belong to, or maybe your work group, like as a whole, they bring you replenishment. And you can celebrate more than one person if you want. So I'll play a song as you dig into this um, prompt, and feel free to share with us in the chat who this person or these people are for you.
making me live. Whatever this world can give to me, it's you, you're all I see. Ooh, you're making me live now, honey. Ooh, you're making me live. You're the best friend that I've ever had. I've been with you such a long time. You're my sunshine, and I want you to know that my feelings are true. I really love you. You're my best friend. Ooh, you're making me live. Whenever this world is cruel to me, I got you to help me forgive. Ooh, you're making me live now, honey. Ooh, you're making me live. You're the first one when things turn out bad. You know I'll never be lonely. You're my only one, and I love the things that you do. You're my best friend. Ooh, you're making me live. I've been wandering round, still come back to you. Rain or shine, you stood by my side. I'm happy at home. You're my best friend. Ooh, you're making me live. Whenever this world is cruel to me, I got you to help me forgive. Ooh, you're making me live now, honey. Ooh, you're making me live. You're my best friend.
Okay, thank you for sharing, working through this prompt, and some of you shared in the chat. I am just grinning because of the ways that you are reflecting on these people who bring you this positive energy and help you feel replenished. It's so important every now and then just to be still and remember that and call that out into the world that you've got these great folks that are always there for you no matter what. So I love when we can take a moment to really reflect on those people that truly are blessings in our lives. Thank you for sharing. I'm so glad that you have those folks. So let's look at this next box. It's what are 5 things that you cannot live without? And I underlined things. So not people, but things. I laughed. I said indoor plumbing would be probably something that I would write. But why are those things important to you? And I thought we could consider things like places and things like heirlooms or gifts that have a lot of meaning behind them, special things, emotions, feelings. What would you take if you were going to a desert island? What 5 things? You could frame it that way. And you don't have to list 5, and you're welcome to list more than 5. And you are also welcome to take this time to reflect on those things with doodling or drawing. So let's look at that, and I'll check back in. So many lovely things in addition to the necessities like indoor plumbing. Oh, you guys just beautiful, beautiful. Crystal shared that there was a house fire and her boyfriend was able to have a marble. Let's see, I'm trying to find it in the chat, Crystal. It was a marble Saint Anthony sculpture, and he was able to present that to her after they got to go back into their home after a fire. That's just beautiful. Those things that bring you a lot of joy and meaning. Jen K shared her wedding band. Of course, that's so lovely what it means to be able to gaze upon those things. Artwork from Stephanie's dad. She says she just loves having those. And I know it's just a neat way to always feel connected to those people. Old recipe books. Yes, the old Fanny Farmer. It's falling apart, but part of your history. It's those precious, irreplaceable things. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, and Emily wrote she would have her pup because she doesn't want to be on a desert island and make friends with a volleyball. So that one got me tickled. I love it. So our third box to fill out this morning to tackle is, what are the activities that bring you immense joy and energy? And if you've been doing the weekly setups, some of these you're going to see are repeats because you've been thinking about the things that replenish you every single week. So I'd like you to think about the things that cause you to lose track of time. You look up and all of a sudden 2 hours have passed. And you can focus on just one thing that really brings you a lot of joy and energy, the thing you love the most, and consider, why does that replenish you? What is it about that activity? And there might be people that share that activity with you. Maybe you take a dance class. So think about where you are and who you're with when these activities are going on. And how can you make sure that you allow yourself enough time to fit those activities into your day to day life so that you are regularly replenished? What does that look like as you are scheduling out your month? So we'll dig into this and I'll check back in. And thanks for sharing in the chat. Thank you all for sharing. Again, you're just making me smile thinking of the things that bring you that replenishing energy that just makes you have immense joy, and it revitalizes you. It's so important. Yes, make sure that you are blocking off that time to ensure you do the things for yourself, just like Nancy just said. You make your appointments with yourself. They're very important. And you're doing that right now by being here. So that's great. So let's dive into your bingo board. And I'm going to suggest that as you're working on your bingo board, you look back at this list and figure out like some bingo squares that you can fill in with these activities that just make you so happy. Now, if you are working in your August calendar or your August journal, we're going to be on page 21, or you can grab a notes page from September or even a past journal. We don't have to put these journals away at the end of every month. I kind of have a three or four that I still have active things going. So I kind of pull them out and have them open inside a drawer. You don't have to just shut it away. It's still a part of who we are. So let's take a look. I'm gonna give you some inspiration and show you a lot of photos, and then we'll play some music and I'll go back and forth between all these pictures to inspire you. So some of the things you can do to fill in a bingo board is use your journal. Go back and look at those habit trackers, and you might want to put something in there like I'm going to attend this social and I'm going to attend this social. That could be a couple of bingo squares. Your color page, your you challenge yourself to complete journal prompts. There are usually every month I have one or two things I didn't tackle, and so I might create a bingo board to get that journal accomplished this month. You could do a themed bingo board like self-care or health, or maybe cleaning and decluttering. The holidays and our fall season is coming, and you might want to frame it around that. Special occasion. I made mini bingo boards for my birthday week and my anniversary week, which were kind of fun. So if you've got some significant something coming up, make a bingo board about that. Maybe dates with loved ones, your friends, your significant others, your children, even your pets. You can give each column a theme, and then so you'll have 5 activities in each column, and I'll show you a couple of examples of that. Um, Maybe you're working on a new skill, and some of these bingo squares will be the steps that it takes for you to accomplish and gain the proficiency to be able to do that skill. And remember, there's no time frame on bingos. You can keep working that bingo until you have blacked it out. I actually have one that I made in April that I'm still I still have out, I still work on. So you can, like I mentioned earlier, grab your habit and activity tracker and put some of those things in your bingo board. Here are just some examples. This is a Silk and Sonder slide, Instagram or something. I got it from somewhere about the different kinds of things you can do. And again, I'll go back and forth so you can read through and maybe grab something that interests you. Again, some more printed. These are from some of the very first Silk and Sonder journals that were printed. And this is another bingo board from with Silk and Sonder ideas. Here are some from our Silk and Sonder family. So I love this one here on the left is an activity bingo. So it's how this person's going to move their body. But if you notice, it's been repurposed on the expense page. So I thought that was a really great repurpose. A page that you may not be using, great place to put a bingo board. And then we have some other examples. The one on the far right, look at all those beautiful little foods. It looks like there's going to just be an attempt to eat different kinds of food throughout the bingo board. That'd be a fun one to try to get the whole complete blackout on. This is one from several months ago, and I love it because this person created 3 wild card spaces in their journal. You can see that, and they put a little thing, a little bar across the bottom of that page so they can go back and fill that in. So I kind of like that wild card because you might get an opportunity to do something, and you're going to use that in your bingo card. And then this one, instead of just a free space, a grace space that you intentionally hold for maybe a day that's just not going so well. And you can give yourself a big measure of grace and black that off and just know, okay, it's done and it's over with. I always say I use it for things when I do do what I consider kind of dumb things like closing the garage door on my car as I because I didn't clear the garage. That would be a grace space for me. Like let it go. Um, Again, another bingo board drawn on a notes page without the pre-printed one. And it looks like there's a lot of habits on here that came from the habit tracker, like a no spending day. I like that. And these are actually 2 that I've created. This is the one on the left is the one I mentioned from April. I'm still kind of working on it. And I did it in categories. So I had a food and drink column, a creativity column, a self-care column, things to do outside, and then tackling some media because I wanted to try some new things. So I'm still working on this. It's from several months ago, but I'm going to get a blackout. And then the one we did the Christmas in July. And so this was the Merry Christmas prep. And it was just dividing things out into months. And another kind of neat way to frame this is if you do maybe work that is on a quarterly basis and you have some big days quarterly, you could create a bingo to track all the things that need to happen in that quarter. As we're coming up, we're closing out summer and we'll be heading into the fourth quarter of the year. So that could be a fun way to frame that. And then I'll share this at the very end. It's some ways that you can make it fun to check off your bingo cards. So let's dig in. I'll check back in with you in a few minutes and let us know the things that you're putting in your bingo board. And if you're creating your own bingo board for September, let us know that as well.
living life in color. Everything around me looks so beautiful and sweet. Heavenly desire. Everything's so bright, it's like a brand new movie scene. All the immersive colors, picture perfect, vibrant, gamer's paradise. And the world keeps going round. I feel good when there's a million stars in the sky. I feel good when the sun is shining so bright. I feel good, and the world keeps going round, going round. I feel good. Life is clearer than I've ever seen. Feels like I've got magic inside me. The world is lighting up, lighting up. Ooh. Oh, let all the immersive surround me. Colors, picture perfect, vibrant, gamer's paradise. It's blissful, and the world keeps going round. I feel good when there's a million stars in the sky. I feel good when the sun is shining so bright. I feel good, and the world keeps going round, going round. I feel good.
Thank you so much for sharing. There are some great ideas in the chat. So if you have been looking down and working on your board, take a moment to scroll up and look through them. Now, I will tell you, there is science behind that feeling of accomplishment. And I, for one, love a bingo board. I put one in every week, a little mini one, and there is just something about getting those things marked off. You get a little bit of a dopamine rush for feeling accomplished, and they can be task oriented. Jennifer Krittner shared that she is getting ready for this big gala and she has all the things to do, and she's considering just putting it in one place in this bingo board where she can kind of affirm all the things that she's doing and get that great rush. So there is, oh, Crystal says she's going to get a little journal from the Dollar Tree and just make a bunch of bingo boards and do those tasks. Some of you guys are going to lean into the holiday October, November, December, and kind of frame your bingo around that last quarter of our year, but really honing in on the family time and that kind of thing. So I will go back through these again. And if there's something that you see that you like, grab your phone and snap a picture of it so that you can refer to it later. And then I'm going to also ask you to post yours in Sonder Club to inspire others. guys have shared some awesome ideas this morning. I hope that these bingo boards replenish you and bring you lots of joy as you tackle the days. Now, if you're not sure you can get it all done and you want to play a game, you can. There's a bunch of different ways you can mark your bingo boards off. I've got that slide up so you can snap a picture and say, I'm going for the turtle shape down there on the right. Um, but our time together has come to an end. It always goes by so quickly. I want to thank you for joining us today. If you are not part of the Sonder family, please scan in this QR code and join us on the app. There are some other QR codes there. There is a refer a friend QR code that will get your friend and you some bonus discount. You can also access our recordings over there on the right. Remember, that is a private YouTube channel, so it's not searchable. And then again, the QR code for the survey is that top middle one. And you can give feedback about anything having to do with Silk and Sonder. It doesn't have to be just for this social. If you have some ideas of other things you'd like to see happen, or times that were great for socials, or things you'd like to have included in your journal, be sure to use that feedback link to do that. And then, yes, and Jennifer is reminding you, if you're looking at um, the YouTube channel, it's not going to have the chat. And you guys shared such great ideas. So I always like these live events because we get to take advantage of your insight. So with that said, we're going to close out with a little bit of singing in the rain. And I will also drop the link to this playlist in the chat. Thank you for joining me. Here's to having a lot of fun finding ways to replenish yourself. I'll see you at the next gathering. Bye, everybody.